think I was drowning, and when I woke up, I literally felt like I'm still in the water, like the water was still holding me inside and I couldn't move.
I woke up around 4 a.m. and there was a man in my room performing yoga just by the corner.
I was just driving my cycle around the road. I saw some feminist shops here and there. And then all of a sudden, I see them all coming towards me. All the shopkeepers, every person is just walking towards me.
I look to the right side of the room and I see a boy, child, maybe 5 years old, sitting there, like sort of hunched over, shaking.
I was running away from him, like with my friend, like I was holding her hand and I was running as fast as I could, and he could, like he would come really close.
I
to
felt
me.
someone's nails
And like
on
out
my
of
back,
nowhere, he's like
and I
turned
could
into
hear them speak
a
into
big
my ear.
black.
But every time the light goes,
I
I just curl up in a
my
ball and
throat
get
went
scared.
completely dry. My eyes were tearing up and it starts hurting. My
Some
throat
kids
was
was
burning,
scared, like I actually
and
couldn't
this
speak. I
woman
wanted
just
to
kept
because my mom was
smiling
talking to me and
and
my eyes
choking.
were open, but I couldn't speak. I was just there like.
And I woke up.
I woke up.
I woke up and I was so scared.
And then I woke up.
Dreams. No doubt, for as long as we've had them, we've been fascinated by them. From the earliest written text by the ancient Sumerians, we discovered them describing dreams, interpreting them, and trying to find meaning in them. Because to us, of course, dreams are not just random mundane products of the unconscious mind. We may not understand or remember most of them, but the ones we do, there is no doubt in knowing that dreams have a powerful effect on our emotions, and in turn, us.
Dreams, they're more like stories. They are stories that we tell ourselves when we're asleep. So ordinarily when we meet our friends, we have something to say about our day, more or less. When we go to sleep, we have a lot of suppressed thoughts, and I feel they translate into something of a visual story.
I think that dreams are out of our mind, nice. my imagination, and sometimes it's just like a recall out of what I went through the day, so it comes back through a dream.
Dreams are sort of like, I don't know how to say this, but they're like reality in imaginative form, to be precise.
Okay, so scientifically speaking, dreams are just a compilation of thought, images, emotions that actually happen to display itself while the person is dreaming, right? So this is, scientifically speaking, how we define dreams.
Scientists may not understand everything there is to know about sleep, but there is no denying that sleep is a basic necessity. We need it like we need food and water. Not only that, but it is beneficial for our survival.
There are a lot of studies that have been conducted nowadays about dreams, explaining its different parts. For example, why dreams are important, its relationship, for example, with memory, its relationship, for example, with creativity, its relationship, for example, with dealing with certain emotions, bad mood. It's also its relation with the unconscious. And when I say the unconscious here, I'm talking about all these different memories that we have from our childhood and how we carried on, and the different also psychological issues that we went through. How is it displayed during dream? How we can use dream? How can dream actually be interpreted or be seen less than just a byproduct, as some theories are mentioning, but more as something that would have some sort of a meaning for us as a human being, whether it's on a cognitive basis or more on an emotional basis.
There are 4 stages to sleep, 1 for rapid eye movement, known as REM, and 3 that form non-REM and REM sleep. These stages are determined based on an analysis of brain activity during sleep, which shows distinct patterns that characterize each stage.
We have the first stage, which is the light sleep, right? We just fall in a sleep that would last almost 1 to 7 minutes. It's very rapid, right? Then we get a little bit deeper within the sleep, and this is stage 2. So we get a little bit deeper, and then we reach stage 3 and 4. So stage 3 and 4 most of the time are combined, and this is actually the deep sleep phases, right? So here we get into these deep stages, let's say almost around 15 minutes after we just got to sleep. These are the non-REM stages. Now let's go to the REM stage, which is the final one. The REM stage is the last one, and most of the time we reach that REM stage after almost, let's say, 45 minutes after we start sleeping. But then, of course, all of these different numbers or timing that I'm giving you could be fluctuating from a person to another person.
It is a wonder then, as most people claim to dream during naps. How can one dream only after having slept in first for an hour and a half? Powerful dreams happen during REM sleep.
This is what is very interesting about the REM sleep, which is actually the whole body is totally somehow relaxed. We're not moving at all. All our muscles are somehow paralyzed, and our brain is functioning at its optimum level. And what we see here, we see movement of eyes. Even if our eyes are closed, our eyes will be closed, but we will see that the pupils going back and forth, right and left, signaling actually a highly brain activity.
This goes on to tell how our heads at night are a bewildering and incredibly fascinating mystery. Our brains are not really off during sleep. In fact, the only time it may go fully off is during a coma or general anesthesia. In fact, in certain phases of sleep, our brain is quite active, with certain areas being more active than the other. Knowledge of this activity is the door to understanding dreaming.
I was dreaming about myself getting kidnapped from my old house. And while that happened, I remember someone hitting me with something. And when that happened, I just opened my eyes, and I was just yelling for my mother, and honestly, I couldn't move for a solid 30 seconds.
Here, REM atonia is totally normal, and we have to go through it. It's helping us to not acting out our dreams, because when we dream, the dreams are somehow very vivid sometimes, right? So you feel like you're running, or someone is attacking you, so you're punching him back, or you're about to fall from a very high place. So we're moving. So the atonia actually is blocking all our muscles, and it's stopping us from acting out our dreams.
Scientists still struggle with the relationship between dreams and sleepwalking, some believing there isn't any between them, since this happens in REM 3. However, there are disorders such as RBD, REM behavior disorder, where sufferers tend to act out their dreams. They may fight, lash out, some even cook or drive.
Dreams are some sort of a collection of all the different memories that we have, all different memories that we've stored since we were childhood. And I'm gonna tell you something else, since we were in the womb of our mothers, not only child, okay? Then, because there is another type of memory that we never considered, which is somatic memory. Our body keeps actually a memory of what is happening to us. And this is something that most of the time we don't really include in research, because it's difficult somehow to assess objectively. So we have the episodic memory, these different informations and episodes happening from our childhood, but we have also all the different things that happen to us during the day. All these different person that we've met, all this person setting where we were, all this different interaction we had with people, thought that crossed our mind, all of these informations actually could pop in our dream.
Nearly all cultures and religions have sought to interpret dreams. In Abrahamic religions, dreams are seen as opportunities for lessons or divine meaning. Native Americans believed dreams had messages from their ancestors. Ancient Egyptians, Celts, Greeks, Romans also believed that dreams held some manner of significance in the form of omen.
I take them as a message and I go and search about it. So the ones that I recall after I wake up and after days or something that happens again and again, I search about it and take it as real strict message. You have to work on it.
So basically, my friend's dad knows about dreams and how they work and what signs do they tell you about based on his religion. He's Muslim, and I'm pretty sure it's a mix of science and Islam. So I remember this dream where basically my mom and her mom were sitting in a room, and me and my friend were sitting in another room, but it was a big house, and it was a bit scary because there were many bats around us and crows and stuff like that. So what happened is me and my friend were fighting a lot. We usually don't fight, okay? So it was weird to see us fighting in the dream. And we tried entering the room that my mom and her mom were sitting in, and we couldn't get in because there were bats trying to stop us or something. I don't even know. Anyways, and then I remember waking up because I was scared. What does that mean? Why are bats in my dream? Who would dream about bats, bro? Okay, so yeah, anyways, so I told her the dream. I immediately woke up and I was like, bro, tell me, what does it mean? Please ask your dad. He always gives me, he makes me feel safe when he tells me what does it mean. At least I know what's happening, what may happen or something like that. Anyways, so I told her the dream and she was like, bro, this is a good thing. It means that, for example, when two people fight in a dream, it means that their relationship is getting closer, in real life.
Even in the healthiest of people, most dreams are negative. The most commonly repetitive dreams are negative ones. Fear, anxiety, embarrassment, anger, sadness are common emotions felt. To understand that, we need to understand the areas that are most active during dreaming, specifically REM.
When we talk about REM sleep, we talk about brain activity, if you remember, right? So when we talk about brain activity, we will also link that to the different area of the brain that are highly excited during sleeping. And when we talk about emotions, when we talk about memory, we talk about the limbic system, right? And research, or let's say PET scan, has been showing that actually the area of the brain that are highly activated while we're sleeping are the neocortex and the limbic system, right? Why the limbic system? Because it talks actually about the, as I was explaining, about the memories in general and the emotions.
This leads scientists to a theory about dreaming.
Threat simulation theory states actually that dreams, what is the importance of dreams? Dreams actually are just the reactivation or the reenactment of some sort of a traumatic situation I went through, and while dreaming about it, that will help me actually into facing it and developing some sort of a coping mechanism, right, in order for me to deal with that traumatic event and to find a better solution to face it.
The brain might actually be preparing us for negative situations. Studies have shown that both REM and NREM3 sleep have an impact on memory. What the brain might be doing is sorting through experiences you've had throughout the day, strengthening memories that are important while deleting memories that aren't.
Any information that is important will be stored, and will be stored in an efficient way so that I will be able to recall it whenever I need it. And any information that is not important, actually, that I've collected from the daily routine information, and it's not really interesting or important to me, so it will be thrown apart or will be just stored into that very big box of unconscious things that I don't really need to focus on and to remember in an active way, right? So yes, indeed, absolutely here, dreaming help actually, and research shown that it helps improving the memory process. It helps actually also developing some sort of a creativity.
Another possible reason for REM sleep could be that to take memories gathered throughout the day and replay and strengthen them in NM3 is not simply to replay them, but to experiment with them, to compare them with past experiences and create novel associations, which explains the bizarre nature of dreams.
I did have a dream that was recurring. It was just me in a location that I'd never seen before. It was a building which there was like a popcorn counter there, and there was like a torn down cinema. I would keep seeing that a lot. I don't think I had access to the source. It just stopped. It just stopped after a while, yeah.
Repetitive dreams. Most common among people with PTSD tend to often focus more on the events on which they suffer.
We tend to dream about a specific event in a repetitive way, specifically in PTSD situation, post-traumatic stress disorder, or when we are very anxious about a very specific situation, we tend to dream about it many times, right? For example, I'm not dreaming about it one day and that's it. No, I keep on dreaming about it. Why am I keeping on dreaming about it? Because my mind is focusing on that aspect. And while playing it again and again and again, I'm somehow every time trying to find a way out of it, right? Trying somehow to prepare myself to engage in better coping mechanisms.
Hence, in dreams, the brain might actually be trying to solve the problem, or more likely emotional.
Emotions here, when it comes to dreaming, are very important because dreaming is a way to process emotion, to get rid actually from that emotion that we went through during the day also. I mean, anything that is, but most of the time people, when they go through nightmares, they feel very upset about that. But I mean, as far as it's not a frequent nightmare or a nightmare that is happening every day, every night, I mean, not every day, every night, then it's okay. Then when I tell them, it's like, you should be happy because you're just actually projecting to the outside any bad, emotion.
There are numerous reports of people dreaming such occurrences. A miscarriage, a cold or flu, or some illness before it happens that is eerily precise indicative of what's coming. Maybe there's some truth to this.
I had a dog. His name was Panther. Loved him to dear life. Loved him to death. Oh, everything. He was my first dog. So basically this one day, I was around the age of 7 or 8. And I had a dream where we were at a water park with the dog, and me and him, we go on the same slide. And basically the water is too deep at the end of the slide and he drowns and he dies. I was really scared because this one time I had a conversation with my mother and I was like, how long do dogs live? Like same as us, right? Like 100 years. And she was like, no, they only live for 14 years or 16, 17 max. From that day onwards, I kept having this anxiety that, oh my God, he's gonna leave me, he's gonna leave me, he's gonna leave me. Like I'm gonna be left alone. My best friend's gonna leave me. And that's just the worst for a 7-year-old. But then my mom told me this one thing that she had heard as a child. She told me, when you see someone pass away in your dream, it only shows you, it only says that they're gonna live really long in real life. And after that, this weird thing happened where we got multiple dogs because my dog was the only dog we had. Every dog we got either ran away, passed away, or had to be given back to the owners, but he stayed.
For me, dream is not only some sort of a process through which we just consolidate memory, or just some sort of a byproduct that happened because of the firing neurons, or not only even some sort of a simulation of emotions and or emotion consolidation. It goes very much farther than that. It really talks about you.
I don't really give that much attention to dreams unless it's very scary.
As a psychologist, we never think in a very narrow way. We like always to keep a door to any kind of a paranormal activity. I don't know. I can't tell that I have all the knowledge and I have all the answers. There are things that we don't have answer for. So the only thing that I can try to answer you, or the only explanation that I can try to give you, are the ones that are actually checked by the science and through experiment, and that showed actually some result. This is what I can share with you with some sort of a comfort. But anything else, I don't know, could be possible, could be like some extra power, some I don't know, divine manifestation during some dreams with some people. I don't know, that's possible.
I think it's a message, which is not the case. I would rather opt people go for science, but me, I'm a spiritual fool, so yeah.
The focus of dreams is what we focus on in real life, or at least where it often starts. Looking at dreams tells you what preoccupies a person's mind. When researchers look into analyzing dreams, it is less with the intention that the subconscious is trying to tell you something, and more with the intention of getting through a window into someone's mind. Regardless of the content of the dream, its origin, or its purpose, dreams will ever continue to enrapture us as they have for centuries untold. The fact that dreams still have so many mysteries surrounding its concept, with the scientific investigations serving as only the tip of the iceberg, there are many things we still have yet to understand, many problems still needing clarification, but perhaps for now, let us sleep on it.